Okay, welcome back, guys. Here at Kaylee RC. We're gonna install the wood hardware here on the Mobula Delta Wing by eSheen, provided by Banggood. So I'm gonna get started here. I put the big piece in here. I attached the Velcro that came with it, and I'm gonna use some glue here and put this in place here. Let's see what good spots to add some of this glue here. We don't want to put any around the Velcro strap because there's a little channel inside right here that's going to allow that Velcro to move around back and forth a little bit. Usually if I was building a balsa model I would have used some wood cement, but this stuff here actually seems pretty good, and if you ever really have a problem down the future, you can actually remove it a little easier. It doesn't melt the foam, and it kind of seems like it never really dries totally. It's like a rubber cementish kind of material here. So take this back and stick it inside the fuselage here. I'm going to go all the way back and down. Make sure I've got my battery strap able to move nice and freely. And then I'm going to hold it there for a little while. We also have two of these that are going to go in as well, but I'm not going to glue them in just yet, just so I get proper spacing on my main board in the fuselage there. We do. Good. So I'll just hold that down here, and this stuff usually comes pretty close within a minute or so. So I'll come back to that. All right. Okay, I just finished installing our spar, I guess you would call it, carbon fiber spar, and the wood plates on the side, and that. Still a few minutes here to tack up a little bit more. I just want to make sure we get good adhesion on everything and nothing coming loose. You don't want your flight board or battery coming loose, knocking out your CG a little bit. So I did take a measurement on each side fuselage on the spar here, and I have about 3 1/8 on each side of the wing, or fuselage rather, for the wing tips to slide into. And I'll see you back in a moment. Okay, guys, those seem to be holding pretty well. Just gonna flip it over here. There's another little channel here, and there's two parts to go here. This is for the ESC, and so there's that. And it has a couple screw holes here, and then this top plate here to finish it off, so you have access to your ESC. And so I'll glue that in here and be back in a second. Alright, guys, I finished gluing that in. It's had a good couple minutes to dry, and that. I'm not going to fasten this piece yet. It takes a few screws to put in, but that'll give me access for my ESC. Then there's also 3 little channels here to run the ESC leads to the motor, and then also there's another little gap back here to run to your control board and battery and everything else like that. Yeah, that's about that. That's just how that's turning out. I'm going to install the wings now. So there's a little hole here for the servo leads to go through, and I try to keep everything nice and perpendicular here. I'm going to turn my servo leads out here a little bit. So coming off the wing, I have the ground signal coming off to the top here, just to kind of make it nice and smooth. Push that in through there. And I'm not going to glue my wings on yet. I want to see if maybe there's a better way to put them on, and maybe possibly just pinning them, or use the magnets to have a nice firm wing on there, and be able to disassemble, easy transportation, things like that. having a small space to keep the 30 or so planes that I have already built. So we'll see how that goes in the future here. All right, I'll see you in a minute. All right, wings are on here. I'm going to give a little quick test with the servo tester just to make sure we've got fully functional ailerons, flaperons, whatever you want to call them. Okay. So here we go, guys. They're fully functional, both sides. Just a little bit of trim out when we get our final electronics hooked up, and then I still have to solder the DSC and you know, connect the flight board and program the flight board and things like that. Okay. I think next I'm going to put the I don't know, rudders on or so. That's finish up this build. I'll see you in a little while. Bye. Okay, guys, just finishing up some of the build here. I put the you know, rudders or stabilizers on. I'm not flying FPV, but they give you multiple camera options, and then also these here to eliminate the rudder stabilizers. So I still have to finish up the rest of the electronics, solder the ESC, and you know, things like that. So I have a full-time job, so this is just a little playing around in the garage for me, and we'll see how things come out. I may want to change the motor out, something like that, a little bit more power. CG on these are very critical, I guess, from what I've read. But everything's turning out great. It's a nice little, durable looking plane. All right. Bye, guys.